Queen's Gambit, London's Reign. In the heart of bustling London, where ancient stone met modern steel, London Brooks stood as a formidable figure. Her office, perched high above the city's ceaseless rhythm, was a testament to her success. With her flowing shoulder-length dreadlocks and a silhouette that carried both strength and grace, she commanded every room she entered. Yet beneath her poised exterior, a storm of vengeance brewed, fueled by the unsolved mystery of her father's death. Years had passed since her father, a prominent businessman, had been found dead under suspicious circumstances. The case had gone cold, but a recent tip had reignited the flames of justice in London. The clue led straight to Atlanta, Georgia, to a man named Carlton Drake, a tycoon enshrouded in scandal and shadows. With resolve as firm as the skyscrapers that surrounded her, London boarded a plane to Atlanta, her father's old watch, a relic and a reminder, secured on her wrist. Atlanta greeted her with its sprawling expanse and a warmth that did little to ease the chill of her mission. Her first days were a whirlwind of activity. She traced her father's last steps, connected with his old allies, and uncovered a network of deceit that ran deeper than she had imagined. Yet, she still couldn't uncover who killed her father. She was approached by a woman she'd seen before in the heart of the city, amidst its vibrant streets and restless nights. "I was wondering when you were going to come out of the shadows. You've been tailing me since the airport." "Just making sure you don't lose your cool," the woman said as she removed her shades to look London in the eyes. The woman wore tight, natural curls, styled in a short professional cut that framed her face beautifully. Her posture, shoulders back, chin up, her eyes, a striking amber color, were sharp and observant, missing no detail as they scanned her surroundings. "And why would I do that?" "Your father said you had a short fuse." London took a step toward Maya. "What do you know about my father?" "I know that he was murdered because rumor got out that he was a snitch for APD." "You calling my father a snitch?" London lounged out to grab the woman by her jacket. The woman easily deflected her grasp and took a step back. Just as London took another step toward her, the woman opened her jacket, revealing her APD badge clipped to her belt. "There's that short fuse," Detective Maya Jefferson said. "My father wasn't a snitch." "No, he wasn't, but someone wanted the streets to believe so." Detective Jefferson handed London a thumb drive. "What's this?" London asked. "All the evidence I collected right before my boss yanked me off the case." "What do you mean, yanked you off the case?" "Apparently, the man who had your father murdered knows a few people at City Hall." "So you know who did it, but can't do anything?" "Who do you think sent you that anonymous tip?" London sized her up, deciding on whether or not she could trust her. "Officially, I'm off the case, but that doesn't mean I can't tell you what cage to rattle." "And what happens when I rattle one of those cages, and the animal that murdered my father comes for me?" "Then it would be my civic duty to step in and do my job." London looked her over one last time before nodding. Detective Jefferson's information drew London into the dangerous underbelly of Atlanta's elite. As they pulled at the threads of Drake's empire, London could feel the streets closing in around her. But London was not deterred. She was a boss in her own right, her father's tenacity pulsing through her veins. Detective Jefferson's last clue led London to a lavish club. The Apex nightclub vibrated to the rhythm of bass-heavy music, with the DJ spinning Kendrick Lamar's "They Not Like Us," energizing the crowd with its potent beats. Its floors vibrated under the collective weight of Atlanta's nightlife. Amidst the swirl of dancing bodies and flickering lights, London Brooks maneuvered through the crowd, her eyes locked on Carlton Drake, who held court in a secluded VIP area. Drake, surrounded by guards and admirers, hadn't noticed her yet. London's presence was magnetic, her form-fitting dress and confident stride parting the crowd as she approached. Her long dreadlocks swayed with each step, a stark contrast to the icy resolve in her eyes. As she neared the velvet rope of the VIP section, one of Drake's men stepped forward to block her path. Without missing a beat, London flashed a fake VIP pass she had prepared earlier. The guard hesitated, then nodded, allowing her through. The music seemed to get louder as she stepped into Drake's personal space, the air thick with anticipation and the subtle scent of danger. Drake turned, a smirk playing on his lips, his eyes taking in London's determined stance. "London Brooks, to what do I owe the pleasure?" he asked, his voice dripping with mock sincerity. "I'm here for the truth about my father," London said, her voice steady despite the pounding music. The smile fell from Drake's face, replaced by a flicker of concern. London continued, "You thought you buried the past, but I've dug it up." The surrounding onlookers, a mix of businessmen and women alongside street-savvy bosses and thugs, sensed the shift in atmosphere. Whispers began to circulate, and phones were raised to capture the confrontation. Drake glanced nervously around, his public facade crumbling. "Nobody cares about some has-been's tragic end," Drake sneered, trying to regain his composure. London's response was swift. She pulled the thumb drive from her clutch and tossed it to him. "It's all there. The documents, bank statements, emails, photos, all linking you to my father's murder. So everyone will care once they see the proof." "You're finished, Drake." Drake's face reddened, his hand slamming down on the table. He stood abruptly, towering over London. "You have no idea what you've just started," he hissed, leaning in close. The tension reached a breaking point. Drake made a move, his hand reaching out to grab London. London stepped back and delivered a sharp kick to Drake's shin, causing him to stumble backward. The crowd gasped, their disbelief evident as they watched the untouchable tycoon falter. London grabbed a nearby champagne bottle and swung it with all her might. It connected with Drake's head, a sickening crack echoing over the music as he crumpled to the floor. Silence fell over the club for a heartbeat before chaos erupted. Security rushed towards London, but she was already backing away. Drake slowly got to his feet, drew his gun from his waist, and pointed it at London. "You should have never come to Atlanta." "Carlton Drake, put the gun down now," Detective Jefferson said as she drew her gun and pointed it at him. The team of officers behind her drew their weapons as well. Drake smiled and slowly placed his gun on the ground. "Officer, I'm glad you're here. I would like to press charges on this woman. She assaulted me. Look." Drake pointed to the blood dripping from his head. Detective Jefferson holstered her gun and pulled out a pair of handcuffs. She walked up to London. "You okay?" London nodded. Detective Jefferson walked toward Drake. "Carlton Drake, you're under arrest for the murder of Lawrence Brooks." As London turned and walked out of the club, the crowd parted in awe and fear, their eyes wide as they realized they had just witnessed the fall of Carlton Drake at the hands of a woman who had walked through fire for justice. London stepped out into the cool night, the noise and murmurs of the club behind her. Though the road ahead was uncertain, she walked forward, knowing she had avenged her father and exposed a monster, her resolve as unyielding as ever.